Coming to you live across the worldwide all-dog network from the WooF Driver Recording Studio Center in Los Angeles, California. Your host, WooF Ditty producer, Bucky Harris.
Good afternoon, y'all, on Firecracker Monday here, July 4th, honoring our nation today and all our veterans, of course, that have fought for us to be here, and healthy, wealthy, and wise. They've given their lives. And also our canines, police, military dogs that have given their lives in the line of duty. We're going to have a special show today, and also following this show, just so you know, to stay tuned, please. Ashley, hello, Parkhurst. Ashley Parkhurst, glad you tuned in this afternoon and saw the early showtime. Only because, everybody has their barbecue going on, and on the East Coast it's 7 o'clock already, so you're probably in the middle of it. But fireworks at least will be done before the fireworks start, so you can head out, protect your puppy's ears, be with them if you're with them, or have someone with them, of course, protect them from the loud noises and flashes and all these kind of things. But we want to mention following this show at 6 o'clock Pacific and 9 o'clock Eastern, our dear friend who has a training show, Joey Falcone, live from Las Vegas, will be talking about the training of our dogs, the training of our protecting dogs, the ones that work hard. And he's going to have a special show on that, how they train those guys. So please stay tuned in. I'm going to try to make that show myself, even though I'm going off. My puppy is right beside me and seeing fireworks later. I love it. They don't know what they are. It just could freak them out. But they'll dig it, They'll dig it for sure. I'm going to do the same with Buster when I get back. Take him out on the back deck here and let him see the array. But in the meantime, tonight we have the WooF Ditty show, where we talk about different breeds 7 nights a week. And whatever your breed is, if you want us to bring that breed to the program, please let us know, and we'll schedule a day to talk about your breed and all the aspects that he's all about, or she. And tonight we're talking about the Bulldog. And our ditty, someone wrote in and says, I've got a Bulldog, and his name is Buddy Bruiser. Buddy the Bruiser Bulldog. So we did a little ditty for Buddy Bruiser, Bruiser the Bulldog. And we're going to play that several times throughout the broadcast here. Now remember, you're live streaming here on Facebook. Can't get any better than this because there's no commercial, no politics, and the dogs wouldn't have it, like I say, anyway. So they rule. WooF Driver presenting this, woofdriver.com, also on behalf of the worldwide alldognetwork.com. Now, alldognetwork.com is a new site where all of our live video posts, live streaming posts from all our different agents, WooF News from Nashville with Britt Savage, the dog counselor, Dean Miller from Nashville with training also, Joey Falcone from Las Vegas, Carol Anderson doing her psychic readings and paw prints information. Very cool people. Are all going to be posted on alldognetwork.com the day following. Today's a holiday, so everything that we did over the weekend and so forth and today will be tomorrow posted, so you can watch them over. They're posted, so in case you missed this or can't tune in, or your connection goes down, or our connection goes down, it'll be posted for you to review and see it in its entirety, where you can pause it just like any other YouTube video or whatever the case. So let's just start talking a little bit about our Bulldog. Now, Bulldog is a medium-sized breed of dog, commonly referred to as an English Bulldog or British Bulldog. A lot of these breeds are coming from Europe via England, which makes sense. It's kind of on the way over here in history. Other Bulldog breeds include the American Bulldog, Old English Bulldog, now extinct, Levitt Bulldog, Old Day English Bulldog, and the French Bulldog. Bulldog is a muscular, hefty dog. You've seen him with a wrinkled face and a distinctive pushed-in nose, puggy looking. The American Kennel Club and the Kennel Club of the UK and the United Kennel Club of in in England oversee breeding records, and the Bulldogs were fourth most popular purebred in the United States in 2015, according to the American Kennel Club. So a lot of breeding going on recently in the last few years of those guys. Now, their appearance, as we most all well recognize a Bulldog when we see them, is a breed that with characteristically wide head and shoulders, along with a pronounced mandibular prognathism. I love these terms. Again, I say like I would have failed my vocabulary test, if these were on the SATs. They are generally thick folds of skin on the Bulldog's brows. Big, thick, wrinkled thingies. And on his brow, round, and back, wide. He's got the wide set eyes with a short muzzle and with characteristic folds called a rope above the nose. Their little teeth, they kind of hanging skin under the neck, drooping lips, and the pointed teeth, and an underbite with an upturned jaw. Bulldog. The coat is short, flat, and sleek with colors of red, fawn, white, brindle, and piebald. We talked about piebald before. That's interesting. Let me get the definition of piebald. That's driving me kind of crazy here. A piebald, or pied, P-I-E-D either way, P-I-E, bald, one word, or P-I-E-D, is an animal, is one that has a pattern of pigmented spots on an unpigmented white background, hair, feathers, or scales. Kind of like if you had a white horse with black splotches on it, and so forth. Pied. Okay, now we know what that means. Interesting. The United Kingdom, the standard breeds are about 50 pounds for male, 40 pounds for female. In the United States, a typical mature male weighs 45 to 55, while a female mature weighs about 45 pounds. The BCA recommends the average weight of the Bulldog be 40 to 50. British, okay. Bulldogs are one of the few breeds whose tail is naturally short and either straight or screwed, and thus is not cut or docked as some other breeds. Like we talked about the Spaniels getting their tails docked, cut, short, sticking up straight. So they're not that way. They're just naturally short or screwed short. And the tail is straight, more desirable tail according to the breed standards set forth by the BCA, if it is facing downward, not upwards. Okay. This is the show stuff. They judge these guys because of this, that, and the other thing. Let me say hello to Grace Maria Rogers. I love Bulldogs also. Lucille Clark, hello. I love all animals. Most of us do. What's interesting, I just mentioned real quick, if you watch the WooF News with Britt Savage, lovely Britt from Nashville, her show, she has live chickens on. She has chickens in Nashville, and she has chickens, fresh egg. Brings them on the show. They are a trip. They'll eat some things and won't eat other things, and she holds them along. Cats, dogs, she's got everything on the show. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Ashley Parkhurst, my Bulldog poem. Let's see. Okay, Bulldogs are small but strong. Bulldogs have tails that are short, not long. Bulldogs are cute. Bulldogs are fluffy. I love that you have a Bulldog puppy. That is very, very great poem. I should use those lyrics for my ditty. Nonetheless, thanks for sharing that with us, Ashley Parkhurst. And again, if you can, post through the message. You're welcome, Ashley. We love to interact with you guys. I mean, this is just too much fun. You love your dogs. We're having fun. That's all we're doing 7 days a week, 7 nights a week. Mind you, during the week, 7:30 Pacific time, Monday through Friday, and on the weekends, I try to do 7 o'clock a little earlier. You guys go out to dinner, whatever the case. And there'll be special shows. The WoofDriver.com has the posting and announcements, so keep track on WoofDriver.com of what's going on. You'll get an idea of any special events. Like, for example, again, I'll mention tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, which is 6 o'clock Pacific Time, and in between Central, you're in between there. Joey Falcone from Las Vegas, he's a trainer. He has a special show on training of our special dogs. So keep posted for that, and you might want to watch that after this show. Okay. I'll take a quick break, and I'm going to play that first little ditty here, the ditty about Bruiser the Bulldog. Now, you may get a kick out of this one here.
There he is, my buddy, Bruiser's Bulldog. He's large, strong, and husky. They used to make his kind fight bulls. It all started in that English country. But nowadays, his breed's laid back. Loyal, good nature gives you lots of slack. They're hooded eyes, spoken with humor, and being a Maori brawler, well, that's just a rumor. My buddy Bruiser, he's the Bulldog. He's the one whose legs aren't very long. You don't want to have him catch you doing something wrong. My buddy, Bruiser the Bulldog. God, yeah, he's a Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser the Bulldog. He's my buddy, Bruiser the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser the Bulldog. God.
Buddy Bruiser the Bulldog, yeah. He's not a barroom brawler, you know, much as you think he would. Hello, Janice Nichols. Hello, good to see you and join us as well. And you can post the pictures of your dogs if you have them on here through the messenger. Just a comment. You can also post the pictures, and or go to woofdriver.com, and we'll get those up for you. Pictures of your guys. Now, the temperament of the Bulldog here, according to the American Kennel Club, and it's always according to these guys, they make these rules, whatever they think, and it's okay, it's a standard, usually positive stuff. A Bulldog's disposition should be equitable and kind, resolute and courageous, but not vicious or aggressive, of course. And the demeanor should be pacific, passive, and dignified. These attributes should be countenanced by the expression and behavior. Now, breeders have worked to reduce and remove aggression from these dogs. Most have a friendly, patient nature. Bulldogs are recognized as excellent family pets because of their tendency to form strong bonds with children. Now, when you look at them, we all know they look a little, could be looking a little mean at you, but they're sweethearts, you know, and most dogs are. Janice says she needs some pictures. I'll send some pictures. Great. We want them all. We do. Thank you so much for that. Generally, Bulldogs are known for getting along well with children, other dogs, and pets, not just dogs. They can become so attached to home and family they will not venture out of the yard without a human companion. Well, that's good to know. They're also more likely to sleep on someone's lap and chase the ball around the yard. That's cute. And mind you, again, it's the 4th. We all know that. And just be with your little guys and gals, okay, during the fireworks so they don't freak out. The history of the Bulldog. The term Bulldog was first mentioned in literature around 1500. The oldest spelling of the word being Bundoggy or Bulldoggy. Interesting. And that's doggy with an E at the end. The first reference to the word with the modern spelling is dated 1631 or 1632 in the letter by a man named Preswick Eaton. These old guys have these names in history. Preswick Weekend, there was this guy Windfall somebody, Renwick. Very, very classy names back there instead of Bob Smith and, Peter Jones, Bucky Harris. I mean, great names of people and dogs. Where he writes, "Procure me 2 good bulldogs, and let them be sent by ye first ship." In 1666, the English scientist Christopher Merritt applied Canis pugnax, a butcher's bull or bear dog, as an entry in his, this is Latin, I'm not going to say it because it doesn't matter, it's Latin. The designation, though, bull, was applied because of the dog's use in the sport of bull baiting. See, they used to chase bulldogs, I guess, or lure them. And that's what I have in the ditty there. I think it says something like that. This entailed the setting of dogs after placing wagers on each dog onto a tethered bull. The dog that grabbed the bull by the nose and pinned it to the ground would be the victor. Wow. These little guys would pin bulls? Didn't know that. Interesting. Wow. Could be dangerous. It was common for a bull to maim or kill several dogs in such an event. Well, there you go. Either by goring, tossing, or trampling. Wow. Kind of brutal. Yeah. like pit bull fighting. I mean, that's not good. Over the centuries, dogs were used for bull baiting, developed by stocky bodies and massive heads and jaws that typify the breed, as well as a ferocious and savage temperament. Again, that's not the kind of training you want to have on a normal bulldog, but this is what they did. Bull baiting, along with bear baiting, reached its peak of popularity in England in the early 1800s until they were both made illegal by the Cruelty to Animals Act of 1835. Thank you very much for the correct legislation on a bill signed by everybody back then. Hard to get anything signed here that makes any sense in this country, but hopefully for the best in the future. This amended the existing legislation to protect animals from mistreatment and included as cattle bulls, dogs, bears, and sheep, so that the bull and bear baiting as well as cockfighting again became prohibited. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the health of these little guys. And this is real important, the health. But real quick, I'm going to take a quick break here and talk about the show coming up at 9 o'clock tonight, which is Eastern Standard Time. I sent dog pics. Cool. Wolf Driver will check that out. Okay? Yeah, he will check that out, the Wolf Driver, and he will act accordingly with those pictures to post them correctly. Something I can't do while I'm live here. So he's the director of the show. You know, just like you have the late night show and there's the director up there telling whoever it is, Jay Leno, what to do when he was on Johnny Carson. There's somebody back there saying, no, don't say that, do this. Wolf Driver's the director of all the shows. But also that show coming up with Joey Falcone out of Las Vegas Live at 9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock Eastern, about the training of our protected training dogs and protecting dogs. Okay. Special show on the 4th. The health. A 2004 UK United Kingdom survey of 180 bulldog deaths put the median age at death at 6 years, 3 months. Wow, that's not too long. The leading cause of the death of bulldogs in the survey was cardiac-related, 20%, cancer-related, 18%, and old age, only 9%. Those that died of old age had an average lifespan of 10 to 11 years, much better. And in 2013, the vet clinic over there survey of 26 bulldogs puts the median lifespan at 8.4 years, with an interquartile range of 3.2 to 11.3 years. Generally 8 to 10 years, something like that, or more. Again, keep their weight right, feed them right, exercise them right. You know what to do every day. Most likely, any pet, dog, cat, chicken will live longer, just like we will if we take care of ourselves. In most cases, there's no reason not to. All common sense. Okay. Again, statistics from the Orthopedic Foundation for Animals, and we're finding this in a lot of breeds. The same kind of deal about this hip dysplasia, where they have degeneration of their hips, the highest amongst all breeds. 73.9% of bulldogs tested out of 467. Boy, it's the highest amongst all breeds had this hip dysplasia. Similarly, the breed has the worst score by the British Veterinarian Association Kennel Club of the same hip dysplasia. So, some individuals of this breed are prone to interdigital cysts as well, cysts that form between the toes. These cause the dog some discomfort and are treatable either by a vet or experienced owner. They may also suffer from respiratory problems. Other problems can include cherry eye. It's a protrusion of the inner eyelid, which can be corrected by the vet, allergies, and hip issues in the older bulldogs. And Jessica Anderson, I showed them a picture of my black mouth cure pup. I remember that. That was the other night. Cool. Yeah, I saw that myself. Beautiful. Thanks for being with us tonight. I know it's a special day and everybody's doing something, but just chilling out. You're in a safe place if you're chilling out watching these shows. I'm going to take a quick break here and and play that ditty about Bruiser the Bulldog that we did.
There he is, my buddy, Bruiser's Bulldog. He's large, strong, and husky. They used to make his kind fight bulls. It all started in that English country. But nowadays, his breed's laid back. Loyal, good nature gives you lots of slack. They're hooded, ass, sparkle with humor, and being a Maori brawler, well, that's just a rumor. My buddy Bruiser, he's the Bulldog. He's the one whose legs aren't very long. You don't want to have him catch you doing something wrong. My buddy, the Bruiser, the Bulldog. Yeah, he's a Bulldog. Buddy, the Bruiser, the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser, the Bulldog. He's my buddy, Bruiser, the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser, my Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser, the Bulldog.
All right, buddy the Bruiser Bulldog. Yeah, a little ditty we wrote. We're writing ditties for all the breeds. A little musical fun here on the show. Something different, something different to do. Brought to you by the WooF Driver, woofdriver.com, and the Bulldog Network. .com is where you're going to see the posts of all our shows, various shows from several of our agents that work for us, correspondents. Britt Savage out of Nashville does a WooF News show that's hilarious. Then Dean Miller does a show on dog training like Caesar, that guy that we know about on TV. Good thing is on our shows there's no commercial, no politics. Don't have to look at the Tide commercials and the Mercedes commercial with the shooting stars and all leases that you can't understand what they're saying. I hate that. It's not my thing. I wish it was different. So that's why we have this streaming show. And hopefully there'll be more of this coming along in the future so you don't have to watch all that stuff. We take care of the expenses. Basically, nil. Just fun expenses. Dogs and fun, that's a great expense. We're going to talk about a couple other things here. I sent a video of the bike springer, which is a tool to run your dog while you're riding your bike on the side of you. Those of you not familiar with the bike springer, you can look it up online. Just look up bike springer for dogs and you'll see it. There's a video example. But I did a video this morning when I was taking Buster out on for his 1 mile ride, and I was able to one-hand it for a minute and take a video and show you up close what it looks like when he's riding beside me and what the springer looks like, how it's hooked onto the bike, pretty much. Difficult to do, ride with one hand, have him going at the same time. Not the safest thing to do, but I got away with it. And I sent that video, shared it with the WooF Driver, and I think he's going to be able to post that for us somehow so y'all can see that as well. This is a great tool for exercising your dog every day or whenever you like, and it gives you exercise. And rather than walking him only with a leash and so forth and having him pull because he wants to go faster, this is just a dynamic tool that lets you go any speed you like for however long you like. Plus you're getting a little bit of extra exercise on your bike, and it's a lot more fun as far as I'm concerned. And once you try it, you'll probably really never do it any other way. Now, the other thing is the application's a free app at the App Store for iPhone and Android as well. It's called Walk for a Dog app. It's free download, and go check it out. And what it does is, like you wear your wristbands when you go to the gym or work out or whatever you do, and it tracks your heartbeat and your pulse and all these kind of calories and stuff. This thing tracks in real time. It's got a GPS, shows where you're going exactly on the map, just like your map, on your GPS, your car or your phone. And it tracks how far you went, how average miles an hour, and how long you were out, and where you went. You keep track of that. You start walking, stop, close, sends it to a server. The server every quarter registers how many miles you personally went, and you have a option in your settings to pick a shelter of your choice in your area, so to speak. So if I'm in Southern California, I'm using one here in Orange County, in Mission Viejo shelter. They're going to get a check for a nominal amount of money every mile that I use this device. And they get a check every quarter, and they go, wow, this is free money. Helps maintain their cost of operation for the pets and so forth. So this is just a great tool. The WooF Driver had the initial involvement with a partnership to develop this thing, and it took quite some time, especially after the iPhone was done. The Android was a little bit more difficult, but they got it done. I use it every day. I wouldn't do without it. It tells me, hey, I want to walk a mile. I'll look at it, stop, pause it for a minute. Say, oh, I got 0.8. I got to go another 0.2 miles to make my mile, or whatever the case. So a great tool. You'll love using it. It motivates you to get up and go do these things. And if you got that and the bike springer together, and this isn't a sales deal here. This is just a great thing for your dog and yourself. Equal value, love, and fun. That's what we call it. Okay? Brought to you by the WooF driver. That's his logo there. Gorgeous. Okay, so we got a little bit more time here. I want to talk about a couple of things about keeping their temperature right. Okay, the Bulldogs have a very small nasal cavity, and thus having great difficulty in keeping their bodies cool, so they're very sensitive to heat. Something we must keep in mind, of course. Extra caution should be practiced in warmer climates during the summer months, and they should be giving plenty of shade and water. They're not ones to lay out in the sun with you if you're getting a tan, okay? And they must be kept out of standing heat. Air conditioning and good ventilation are required to keep them healthy and safe. They actually do most of their sweating through their pads on their feet, and accordingly enjoy cool floors. So if you have like a tile floor or something like that rather than a rug or carpet, they probably prefer laying on that when it's a little bit warm. And keep your air conditioning right when they're inside if it gets real hot. Especially the short-faced breeds, they can easily become overheated and even die from hypothermia, so be very careful. Bulldog owners can keep these issues under control by staying aware, of course, and protecting their little guys from the unsafe conditions. They can also be heavy breathers, and they tend to be loud snorers. Oh boy. In 2014, the Dutch Kennel Club implemented some breeding rules to improve the health of the Bulldog. Among these is a fitness test where the dog has to walk 0.62 miles in 12 minutes. Its temperature and heart rate are to recover after 15 minutes. In 2009, the BBC, they introduced a revised breed standards for the British Bulldog along with 209 other breeds to address health concerns. Now, it's very cool that these things exist, the astuteness to the health of these animals, that they have these testing things and know what their limits are and what you should do, what they can do, how they need to be addressed. So these are just good things to know, okay? Respiration is very important. Okay. If you have any questions, please send them in. And again, if you do have training concerns about your dog, regardless of the breed, you want to tune into the dog counselor, Mr. Dean Miller out of Nashville. He's a professional dog trainer, and he knows a lot of stuff. And what's interesting, I've watched it myself to learn stuff for our dog Buster. Just how you talk to him, how you give him commands, how you use tone of voice rather than repetition in commands to get them to do stuff. He points out a lot of things that I didn't know, I'm a pretty old guy and I just didn't know either. So I love doing the show. I'm learning stuff every day that helps us with our dog, and it just makes him so much happier and loving when you do it right, because he's looking at you going, you don't go no. You go no once, and things like that. Just basic stuff. So tune into the dog counselor. I have Suzanne out there who happens to be somebody I know very well, and she's tuned in. She's my wife. And she's watching, and she asked the question, well, how did we select our dog? Well, here we go. Okay, this is a good one, I think, for an obstinate old man like me. We originally came down here to Southern California from Santa Cruz, which is Northern California, and we had an array of dogs over the 25, 30 years, whatever. And when our last ones passed, we had 3 at a time there at the last round. Unfortunately, 2 of them had cancer, and the other one died of old age. But we just loved them so much, and we were out in the woods. They ran free a lot, and they, this kind of thing. And when we moved to Southern California, totally different environment. We had we're in a neighborhood. It's a house next to a house next to people. It's not the same. And she goes, Suzanne goes, I want to get another dog. Well, we're both working during the day, gone all the time, and I said, I'm not going to I'd rather have a dog I have to leave alone all day, every day, and have him cooped up in the yard or cooped up in a basket or whatever the case. Just don't want to do that. Don't like that idea. It didn't feel good to me. So we didn't do it for 5 out of 10 years, 11 years we've been down here. And finally she goes, I really want to get another dog. And I said, no. But I had kind of semi-retired from any day work, and so I was pretty much at home all the time, or most of the time. I gave it some thought, and we butted heads about it, and finally she goes, I want to start looking online. I said, I know you well enough, after almost 40 years, that you start looking and you find it's all over. I won't have any say in it. So I just kind of let it go, and then one day I was in Los Angeles driving home, and I was getting late, and I go, are you home yet? Called her in the car. She goes, no, I'm going to leave work, and I got to go look at this dog I found online up in Anaheim. I'm going, really? Well, that's okay. And I didn't get home for another 45 minutes at least, or not an hour. So I get home, she's still at home, and I go, oh boy, here we go. And sure enough, she comes home, walks in, gives me that one of these smiles, doesn't have a dog. I go, so what happened? She kind of goes, he's out in the car. I went out there. He's in a little box, little Buster. And he was a rescue. A woman had these rescues out of her house. It wasn't from a shelter. And he was, from what I understood, the last of 12 of his litter. Last one. And just, he's half shepherd and half cane corso cane, which is like an English boxer, very strong dog. And he's just the cutest thing. Well, and he's big brindle paws and black. He looks like a police dog. And there he was. She goes, well, there's a 3-day take-back guarantee. I go, right. Don't think so. So here we are. We have Buster. He's now 5 years old, and he's just the love of our life. I mean, he's so sweet. And we took him to initial training for about 6 to 8 weeks to get the basics out of the way. And he's pretty good about things. But just a doll, and we love him, and he's just a great guy. He loves the kids, loves people, and I could go on and on and on. So I'm going to start bringing him on the show more often here when I have time to get him organized. He's a little pooped out again. I keep making that excuse, but I take him out on his bike springer, and he comes home, and he just kind of hits his little bed there and takes a little rest, and so forth. So that's the story of how we got Buster, our new dog, and we're just so happy. Oh, yeah, and most of your dogs, when you I got a question from my wife that I forgot to mention, which is another fun thing that they do. They're so smart. So if we both leave, they don't like to be left alone. You think they do? Oh, guard, okay, I'll do that for you, not a problem. But they don't like you to just leave. They want to be with you. And of course, when we take them in the car, if I take them to Home Depot, wherever I take them, to the dog park, to the restaurants around here where you can take them outside. They're in heaven. And they're so good, well behaved, he is. And but if you leave them, like we did this morning, we went to work out at the gym. We were only gone 2 hours? I don't know. Come back home, wastebasket. You got any paper or tissue in your wastebasket? He's got it all over the floor. He goes in there, takes out same wastebasket, same floor, scatters it out, chews it up a little bit to let you know you left me alone. That's how I tell you. So they can communicate different ways. Cheryl comes in and she goes, our Pomeranians, I guess, bark like crazy when we leave. There you go. They don't like it. Take me along. I'm a person too. You call me a dog, but guess what? And that's what, the more you love them and the more you learn about them and the breeds and just all of them, you know, basically are that way. So the more you stay in tune with them and make them part of your life every day, as much as you can, and talk to them and pet them and love them, and they'll kiss you in the face till they slobber all over you. It's wonderful. It changes your life, you know, if you don't have them. And then you know, people I know a few people I know of. I won't mention any names, that just don't like dogs, and it's a sad thing. So we're going to sign off right now. It's time to go to the party and going to a barbecue right now with some friends, and I'm going to go see Bentley. That's their dog. He's a character as well. He likes to jump up and just kiss you and all that. So we're going to say goodnight. Tune in for Joey Falcone from Las Vegas, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock. It's another hour and a half here. And he's going to talk about a special dog training for our protected dogs. Right now we're going to sign up. We're going to play the ditty one more time for you. And this is about Bruiser tonight, the Bulldog. This Bulldog breed was tonight. Tune in tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific. That'll be Tuesday. And Grace, we're going over to see Grace right now, and Bentley and Ron and all our friends, and have a great barbecue. We have, what I understand, an 18-hour brisket that Ron's been making. He loves to cook, and Grace is an incredible cook. So we're going to sign off now and go see them, and go see Bentley, and we'll see you tomorrow night. It'll be a surprise night for the breed, because I haven't decided exactly which one we're going to do. We also had a request to go do a Stilton, I believe it's Stilton or Stilton. Cheryl, happy 4th to you. Cheryl Gilchrist. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Please check in, tell all your friends, tell your kids, other kids, you know, the ones that jump on the Xbox and jump on their iPad and they watch iCarly and all these things. Watch this show. Happy 4th. Good to hear from you, Bobby Joe Aldridge. And we're going to say goodnight. We're going to play the ditty one more time. And see us tomorrow night. We'll have a special surprise breed. We'll do a ditty and just have more fun. And send your pictures of your dogs into woofdriver.com or on the show here. Check out the All Dog Network as well. Happy 4th to Grace. We'll see you in a few minutes. Oops, we lost Bulldog here. Let's get him going again. Know where he went.
There he is, my buddy, Bruiser's Bulldog. His large, strong, and husky. They used to make his kind fight.
See you, Ashley.
It all started in that English country.
Before.
But nowadays, his breed's laid back. Loyal, good nature gives you lots of slack. They're hooded, ass, spoken with humor, and being a Bowery brawler, well, that's just a rumor. My buddy Bruiser, he's the Bulldog. He's the one whose legs aren't very long. You don't want to have him catch you doing something wrong. My buddy, the Bruiser, the Bulldog. God, yeah, he's a Bulldog. Buddy, the Bruiser, the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser, the Bulldog. He's my buddy, the Bruiser, the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser, the Bulldog. Buddy, Bruiser, the Bulldog. God.
Okay, Buddy Bruiser the Bulldog. We're going to say goodnight right now. From
Coming to you live across the worldwide All Dog Network from the WooF Driver Recording Studio Center in Los Angeles, California. Your host, WooF Ditty producer, Lucky Harris.
y'all have a safe 4th. Keep those ears on those puppies safe from all the loud pops and so forth. See you tomorrow night.